Hi everybody, welcome to Lux Lulama. I'm Lux Lulama, and today we are going to be discussing my experience at the Hollyhock House. Now before I get into all that, I'd like to first introduce myself. I'm Lulama Madaringe. I'm a California realtor, and I also am studying architectural design as well as interior design. That 360 approach is something that I hope to nurture as I assist my clients and grow in the industry, so I look forward to sharing this journey with you all. And without further ado, let's get into the specs of the home. Now, excuse me if my eyes are wandering a bit, but I'm gonna be referring to my notes to make sure that I get the details just right. So, the location of this property, the Hollyhock House by Frank Lloyd Wright, is at Barnsdall Art Park, 4800 Hollywood Boulevard, Los Angeles, California. It was commissioned by Aline Barnsdall, who's an oil heiress and an arts patron. She had a major passion for sharing her vision of arts and actually intended for the Hollyhock House to be a home to many actors and creators, just different artists at the time. Almost like what you would think you would get with a TikTok house, but this is all the way back in 1919. The home started to be built in 1919 and was finished by 1921. The architects that were affiliated with the project was, of course, Frank Lloyd Wright, but he was also receiving contributions from Rudolf Schindler, Richard Neutra, and I believe a Lloyd Wright, but I think that's just a typo in my notes. So, Richard Schindler and Richard Neutra, thank you for your contribution to this amazing property. The style is transitional with elements of Mayan revival, early modernism, and Wright's special style of prairie Californian, nuanced, sustainable home design. So let me read off the historic status of the property as it follows. We have it on the National Register of Historic Places, the National Historic Landmark, and it's part of the UNESCO World Heritage Listing, the 20th Century Architecture of Frank Lloyd Wright. So, without further ado, let's dive into this amazing experience that I had. I framed it with a few questions just so it can kind of guide us through the video because I could ramble about this all day, but we're gonna keep it short and sweet. So, how did moving through the Hollyhock House change the way you think about architecture and shape the emotions and behavior of those who interact with it? So, walking through the Hollyhock House, first off, you get the rule of no videos, no flash photography. So I had this massive bag full of like a mic ready to go, a portable charger. Like I was truly ready to be that content creator, but you're pulled back to the most important part, and that's experiencing the home. You're not meant to always capture a moment forever. And 9 times out of 10, let's be honest, these videos and these photos sit in your phone until you decide to post them on Instagram, which is like maybe once or twice in a blue moon. I was reminded that there was a time where we'd have to just be present in the moment because there was no world or way to think about capturing the moment forever. And it's almost that wishfulness that draws us to the nostalgia of those fond memories and those fond moments. When I first took a look into the Hollyhock House, I was greeted by a very eccentric gentleman, first and foremost. And by the way, I'd like to say a special thanks to the staff at the Hollyhock House because you guys truly gave life to the essence of the home in your kindness and your patience and also in your professionalism. So kisses to you. But the home has this charm, like you're visiting an old friend, but it's grounded in space, materials, volume, measurements, angles. And by the time you take it all in, you're almost in a trance. I mean, it sounds crazy, but that's truly what homes do to us. They make us think. They become a dwelling, a space that protects us from the outside world. When things are brutal, we go up to our bedrooms and hide under our blankets, but home is truly where the heart is. And I found my heart drifting from corner to corner. What's really cool is that there's this record player that's kind of tucked off into the corner, and you could tell it's vintage, like authentic to the time. It's those rare touches that you find throughout the property, unscathed and undamaged, that makes the experience that much more of a teleportation. It's weird because everything looks so current, but you also know in the back of your mind that this was ages ago, over 100 years ago, that this home was home to someone else. So I'm saying all that because architecture truly does reach our emotions, especially when it's well executed and you can see the intention conveyed through the design. Next question. Let's see here. What details at Hollyhock House made you slow down, and why did you think Frank Lloyd Wright designed it that way? The pieces of the Hollyhock House that made me slow down were, there's this opening right in the center of the property, and it kind of introduces the concept of indoor-outdoor living. I'm sure 100 years ago they weren't calling it that or coining the term because it was just a property that was well built, but there's these planters and the glass is just big enough for you to get a peek, but inviting enough for you to want to walk outside and enjoy the space in its fullness. I think that indoor-outdoor nestled right at the center of the project was just so beautiful and thoughtful. It truly did make me gasp, like how stunning it was. And it had this perfect symmetry and you kind of just didn't want to leave. And then there's also a really nice open area. As you take your first walk through the home, you look to the left, you see the dining room, and then you see the kitchen. But the kitchen was closed off, so I mean, you wouldn't want anybody to get in there and break plates. I mean, there was literally original dishes that were just sitting there from 1919, which is insane because to be able to be in proximity to something that old and also that well intact that it looks like it was just made yesterday is so stupefying. So that was an interesting touch, but as you're going through the home, you pass the kitchen and you pass the dining room, and then you continue forward and you kind of see this library area, or at least where, you know, the bookcases are set. It's almost like you're walking into somebody's home and you're expecting them to come out of the office and greet you. I swear, everything is that well kept. But then if you kind of cross out, you'll see that there's an opening which leads out to this beautiful, you could call it a patio, but it was just an area that meets the outside. I'm telling you, the design with the indoor and the outdoor interaction created a dialogue that really was unexpected, but it really emphasized that tranquility aspect. I was really surprised at how calm I felt. It's like the chaos of the LA honking and traffic and running late or just busyness had slowed down in this home. So I think the interaction that the indoor-outdoor plan had with the home, chef's kiss, stunning. And last but not least, after visiting Hollyhock House, what do you now notice differently about the homes and spaces you walk into every day? After visiting the Hollyhock House, I pay attention to how the home flows, right? As soon as you walk into the front door, you wouldn't expect a bathroom to greet you, and then the kitchen, and then the laundry room. You would expect some sort of guiding, welcoming, almost pulling you into the space for the plan, right? Like for the layout of the property. So I pay attention to, does this floor plan make sense? And also, is this a space where you can see it welcoming to guests? Because if you don't feel welcomed by the space, chances are your friends aren't, chances are your families aren't. And you're gonna want to always be away from home and just save the home space for when you're so exhausted you want to fall asleep. So that's number one. Flow and sense seen and demonstrated in the floor plan. The second thing is how much light is penetrating through into the space. The more you connect and engage with natural light, we've seen, there's plenty of studies, and also from our own personal experience, we like when we see natural light. There's nothing worse than hospital lighting blaring us down, and it just makes you want to exit the space sooner rather than later. So, how much natural light is penetrating through the space? And lastly, I think I look for the integrity in the materials selected for that particular home. Now, I'm noticing, or I'm sure you are too, that the newer something is, the less likely it is to last in the next 2 years, 3 years, even 5 years, which is incredibly frustrating to consumers or to just anybody in general who pays their hard-earned money for something that they're going to have to replace in the next couple years. There's a quiet confidence that exudes from things that come from a time long ago. You know, the watches that are still working after 200 years or however many years, right? Like the wood that still looks brand new because it's been maintained, and the polish still has that resonance and that brilliance in the light. That quiet confidence and that thoughtful execution, the practicality and the longevity that was in the mind of those who designed all the way then, you can't really beat that. It has the charm of time, it has the wisdom of time, and it also has that intangible essence of being tried and true over a long period of time. I think to me, you can't buy wisdom. You can come into proximity of it, but you can't attain it, at least not quickly. So I think that is part of the antique charm. It's why thrift stores are all the craze. It's why people would rather do a DIY project. It's kind of bringing you back to what truly mattered when it came to a product or an item or a home. You just want something that's gonna stick with you for as long as you live, because you know how precious the money you earn and the time you spend is. These homes that have seen centuries of time and still maintain their beauty and their integrity are the very things that reflect our value of time. You can't buy time. You can't commodify it. You can try to find shortcuts along the way. You can try to optimize it as much as you can, but you can't buy time. Yet these homes are the closest thing that we can get to actually buying that time. So, final thoughts on Hollyhock House. I would do it again and again and again, and I'm sure I'd see something different in each corner and each nook every time. Because the intention of Frank Lloyd Wright was clear and thorough from the beginning. He wanted something that was going to speak to the heart and soul of those who stepped in it. He wanted something that spoke to the growth and the evolution of the human condition, and he also wanted to create a home that would long live its occupants, like a welcoming friend that gives you the hug at the right moment, like the kind grandmother who sees you on your way out. Time was of the essence, and integrating that time with nature reminds us exactly why a sanctuary will always be a safe haven. And that is the important dialogue that architecture makes with us. You can't put a price on it, but you can get close. So, without further ado, thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm so looking forward to hearing your comments and your thoughts. Now, I can only post photos of the Hollyhock House. Like I said earlier, there's no room for recording. And if you check out the place, you'll see exactly why. If you've seen the Hollyhock House, what's something that you noticed? Or is there an architectural term that you'd like me to go a bit deeper in? Whatever you have in mind, I'd love to hear it. Thank you so much. And I'll see you at the next episode of Lux Lulama.